Welcome back to our Novgorod campaign, where, as you remember, we managed to defeat Muscovy, unite most of the region, actually get enough provinces to form Russia, we just need the technology, and created a couple of subjects after the war of Poland and Lithuania. Goal for today is, of course, get more terrains in the Russian region, form Russia, and become a super trade power. How I'm gonna do this? We'll see. And by the way, guys, I see that only half of you are subscribing, so if you want to enjoy more of this content, why don't you subscribe right now? Let's start with getting some buildings to Neva to get an upgrade here. So we need a marketplace, dock, and we need a bigger force limit. I think we do have a marketplace, so I'll go ahead and start building a dock. And let me start building up our navy, because we are missing 7 ships to get to the force limit. I also start building spy network on Riga V2, because it turns out that one of our missions requires Riga to be owned by either us or a non-tributary subjects, while they are just a trade league member, so I have to annex them and release Riga there. I should also start heading towards a golden era. For that I need 2 more trade centers all over 2, and I need 30 development in the province. In the meantime, I'll just go ahead and attack Great Ord, as we gotta complete our Cossacks mission for the conquest, which is 3 admin mana. I'm not really worried that they have significantly more troops than me, because Great Ord is tech 4, Uzbek is tech 5, so a bit better, but I am tech 6, which is the most important infantry technology in game. So yeah, I'll start with a small 3000 stack wide, but we gotta follow these guys up. Let's take a look. Hand 5, 99, 4.0, 3.5, 0710, and remember the pips of infantry, they are doing their job. Beautiful. So Great Ord is down to 4000, and I gotta send 1 stack to deal with Uzbek troops. In the meantime, 4th infrastructure idea is movement speed, as well as the center of trade upgrade cost. And we've got here form guarantee form, which is focused around religion, and here's an interesting mechanic, because constructing churches is increasing clergy loyalty by 2%, while selling titles gives us 5% patriarchal authority, and at the same time getting 0.2 yearly patriarchal authority. So this is kind of an obvious choice. This is it, guys. Our ruler died after so many years. I just think if I have any possibility to use him, no. Well, anyway, I need the admin guy, so I'll just let it auto-pick after 3 months. So the buildings in Neva, to develop the Neva spores, is giving us a local modifier in this province, which is local sailors modifier, yearly navy tradition, and local shipbuilding type. Oh, and I'm getting permacayon Liga. Well, we gotta go and conquer Riga, you know, guys. So the new guy is 44 years old, it's pretty nice, and we got a batch new manpower from equipped Strel team. Separate piecing Uzbek is super easy, because they have our level 1 capital, and then just carpet siege around. That's enough war score to break the alliance with Kazan, as well as Great Horde, as well as taking 78 ducats. And I should be able to piece out the main war guy here, as soon as we get the diplomat back. And for this piece, this is actually gonna be interesting, because I'm gonna take the war goal, of course, a couple of provinces, and one of these provinces, just take a look, remember we're saving admin mana, we don't have much of it, it's gonna be Astrakhan, released in Ukek. Just take a look now. They have cores on most of the Great Ord provinces. That is left for the next war. As for the southern provinces here, let's just get the mission, and I'm gonna fit Chernigov with everything here. Oh, we have too many relations? This is fine, I can just go to Boyars and pick... Oh, we already have strong duchies. Yeah, we have to start annexing Latgalia soon. And this annexation is all gonna take not that much, it's like 7 years. And we gotta go and conquer Riga V2 and release Riga V1 over there. Guys, we have a problem. I think I did a big oopsie with Riga. I can't kick them out of the trade league because they are a trading city. So what I'm supposed to do? I cannot declare the war on them. Okay, I think I just read on Reddit that if you transfer trade power of this trading city to another nation in a peace deal, then it should cancel them. So how about we declare war on Teutonic Order and ask them to take this peace deal on us? With burghers having over 60 of loyalty. Let's go to this province, encourage development, and we gotta dev it to 30. Should be good to dev together with an institution. And actually we are missing just a couple of percentage for the Renaissance. So looking how much ahead of time we are with Diplo and the Mill, I'll go and start deving with these two types of mana, which got us a Renaissance as well as third development, which is enough to start the golden era. First bonus in Age of Discovery, yeah, this is part of the mod, is aggressive expansion impact. We have a bit of a problem with AE, but it's fine. This is what I told you. Offer tribute. Then we are asking them, well, it's more like they asking us to transfer Riga V2 trade power. Well, if I get 100% of the war score, they have access to whatever I send them. This is a good war because in the separate peace against Stettin, I can go ahead and force legion them, which will be a perk in Age of Reformation. This is trolling. They changed that. This didn't work like this. I have 100%, so it's like unconditional surrender, and I cannot do this. I feel like we have to declare war on someone that will care about trade power of Riga V2. It might be Gotland. I love how France already united most of the region, is just Auvergne and Avignon missing. War against Kazan is gonna be more than tough. That's not only Kazan in all of the subjects, but also Crimea, as well as Chagatai. This is why I have to start strong, and I will immediately try wiping this 14k in Kostroma, while the war is gonna be Nizhny Novgorod, which is the highest developed province I have a claim on. So it's gonna be cheaper to get in the war. Look, they are running away already. Please let me introduce myself. Bye bye. Crimea just actually fully almost annexed Great Ord together with Nogai. Well, at least I have 3 reconquest war goals on them. I'm still finishing my war with Kazan. It's like really easy peasy because they are so behind technologies. My truce with Muscovy already ended. Yeah, there it goes. So I'm immediately attacking them to keep getting our claims, and same way I should attack Pskov in 1 second. Besides breaking Crimea's relations, what if we try giving back cores to Astrakhan? How much of the war score cost? And I guess expansion that is. That's only 14, I guess, expansion. I think I'm gonna go ahead for that. Just maybe take Belyamen for Astrakhan as well to, you know, to make sure we connect the lands. Perfection. Oh, that's enough money to embrace institution at last. So can take the technologies to be up to date. Maybe not admin because I'll spend a lot of it on coring. Oh, annexation of Podgalia fixes the borders significantly, but yeah, we gotta fix Pskov. And for now I won't be stating these provinces because I simply don't have capacity for us. Remember, we are still only a duchy LTU from Russia, and for that it's like almost 30 years. So I gotta go to burghers. Oh, I still didn't take the Diplo point. Let's take the Diplo point. And I also wanted to take bonus. I was looking more for construction cost. Yep, there it goes. 7.5% construction cost for this beauty. Of course, it has to be enacted here. So for now, I'll be saving money for this. Talking about good borders, take a look at this. Oh, it's so beautiful. And that unlocks us a mission, which is defeat Muscovy, which is 10% more of armies and 15% manpower recovery speed, as well as some additional claims on provinces that I believe I already conquered. They are just in hands of my subjects. Then we have Defront the Rurikovich, Ostrov, and I'm not sure how the third thing works. Let's see what happens once we conquer Pskov. Truce with Poland ended, and they immediately forming a coalition against us, which is not good. Are these guys independent? It's not good. Shall we fight them just for fighting? Call Bohemia. What's the technology? Tech 6 are pretty much up to date. Well, let's go, because we have cores. Yes, Smolensk has 2 cores. Chernigov has plenty of cores. So, that's on Lithuania. Yeah, let's go for the reconquest of Poltava. call both Bohemia and Brandenburg just to avoid the coalition from being formed. Guys, we got this. Pskov is accepting our offer to transfer the Riga and trade power. It's come because it's not considered unconditional surrender yet. So now we can go ahead and declare war on Riga. Just immediately do that. With Riga taken, I'm gonna get mercantiles as well as claim on Gdańsk, which I'll probably take in this war here. Already over my Gav capacity, that means yet another... I don't think I took much of Gav capacity from states, yes, only from Cossacks. So now I just go ahead and do the same from the Patriarchs. Icon of Greece was forgotten, but I'm for sure gonna go for improved relations and aggressive expansion impact. And this war is also answered like, why the hell you released all of these subjects? Do you see this? I can take all of the scores of Teutonic Order, all of the scores of Smolensk, and all of the scores of Chernigov for just 65% war score and just 12, I guess, expansion. The only difference is I'm not gonna give... I could go to more? Yes, we need more. The only difference is I'm not gonna give Gdańsk to Teutonic Order, I'm gonna take it for myself. You will see why soon. Good night, Mr. Poland. Look at this player's map mode. Keep in mind he started as Novgorod and it's just 40 years of the gameplay we had so far. I will go, of course, start coring Danzig, while in Riga, as promised, we're gonna release Riga 1.0. Now, how about the mission tree of Riga? I know you guys are fine. Zlewikk, you should release Riga for the OP bonuses. Okay, let's see what we can do. Can't help. Need a bit more developments. That's cool bonuses. That's up to them. And with this I could probably help. We need a fort which is already there. Temple, marketplace, workshop, barracks. Of course we can help with building some of this. Let's start with helping them with deving. Up to 20, so we have church, we have marketplace. And let's also start building barracks. Can I click mission for them? Oh yeah, they're clicking by themselves. Danzig of War mission. Yes, Danzig of War, that's a nice reference. To mercantilism as well as claims on Lübeck, Hamburg and Bremen. And taking these provinces is gonna give us trade efficiency for 20 years. It's time to use also the fact that we also had in the diplo points steel and start annexing Chernigov, that's a couple of years. I wanted to say as well as Smolensk. But if you start attacking Smolensk, guys, we're gonna block ourselves from expanding, doing any wars until 1491. And honestly, any truces ending before that. This don't matter. Pskov is 1492, yeah? Go ahead. Look at France. Tier 5 is obviously a government reform for the military, and we have two unique reforms for Russia. One is establish the Streltsy, which is a couple of bonuses for Streltsy, but most importantly 20% of the force limit increased. Or Boyar's military service, which is some unique privileges for the nobility, which affects our infantry and cav. But honestly, I will go for the Streltsy, which increases our 16,000. This is good, I just don't have manpower for that yet. With Admin Tech 7 I can unlock second idea group, which is gonna be just as promised as we discussed. Trades, of course, various trade bonuses, as well as this lovely policy. On a side note, I completely forgot that I can consecrate metropolitans in multiple steps. It's also bugged because this map, the metropolitan map mode, should be showing green states where I could do that, which is not currently happening. Well, it's fine, you can see I can do it in plenty of provinces. So now with this done, we've got 56% patriarchal trade, which is 18% local manpower. If you're watching me long enough, you know that above anything, I mostly focus on good borders. And that's what's gonna happen after I annex Smolensk and soon also Chernihiv. That also takes us straight to the gap capacity. So, burgers, please help. Taking over Ostrov gives us yet another mission, which is dethrone the Rurikovich, which is yearly prestige and 1 yearly Republican tradition. It's time, guys, to finally start getting, not marines, strelcy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000. Okay, so recruiting strelcy does not take our manpower. I completely forgot how OP it is, guys. I mean, I'm just gonna remove all of this infantry and get strelts in their place. Great borders, Pars to 137. Thank you so much for annexing Chernihiv. That's not that bad with gap capacity, and that also means we are great power, almost #1. I gotta also take this at last and start investing into churches. Starting freezing for the mission, 77 ducats per church. Investing into churches because we've got the mission to get 10 of them. Second straight day is not only a new merchant, but more importantly, even more yearly Republican tradition. And this merchant is gonna be sent straight to Kazan. Guys, I'm a bit ahead of time with the mill points. This is why we gotta, yeah, I won't get them loyal anytime soon. We gotta go ahead and develop just a little bit, because if you want to develop more, we have to wait for the burger being loyal. But in the meantime, yeah, just spend a couple of power points to make it nice. I really just died, 63 years old, same case. Still the most, no, actual diplo points might be a bit more needed. Yeah, we're gonna take the Diplo guy after 3 months. In any case, Kazan, let's fix the borders and the blame placement. Byzantine refugees are always welcomed in our country. Technology cost for plenty of years, and Ottomans are pretty slow, which we can't say about us. What is happening in England? Truce with Poland already ended, which means another war. And obviously we're gonna go and take as many claims of tutoring order as possible. We're gonna make them big. Why is this taken? So all of these promises and full money. This tutoring order is just beautiful. And whew, that will allow us to repay 2 1% loan. No, not the 4%. I want to repay the last 1% loan to retake them just bigger. One of my last moves before forming Russia is to attack Sweden. I'm more like Denmark, but yeah, I don't have a claim directly on them. Attack Sweden for the conquest of provinces here, for the mission tree. Possibly also Stockholm as well as Finland, as this will be pretty much almost 3 missions in 1, 2.5. Why don't we invest a couple of mill points on generals? So this way, ooh. Yes, this way we can slacken for a while, which is 1000 manpower monthly. At last we can build our flagship, which is gonna definitely be focused on trade. Brandenburg just broke our alliance because they want Teutonic other lands, about which could we start annexing them? Absolutely. By the way, guys, I just noticed this mission requires us basilicas. So level 2. Temples. I mean, it's like Tech 19, how I'm supposed to get that? Another trade idea is, first of all, merchant trade power, which is super useful, especially early game, as well as additional merchant and global trade power, that's only 5%. And this additional merchant, I'm not so sure yet, I'm gonna send him either to White Sea, which is probably not much useful, or to Astrakhan. I'm just gonna test both options because we are never sure. I'm not gonna do that with you guys. 29.8. Also, by the end of the month, I want to change the unit types. 29.8. And with the guy transferring from Astrakhan to Kazan, that's 32.8. But remember, the impact of Astrakhan was nice, but it wasn't as big, because we also got a bonus from, you know, the merchant. So let's try collecting in White Sea instead of Astrakhan. But I still think Astrakhan is gonna be of bigger use. 32.8, it's gonna be probably like half less. 33.2, I am always glad to be wrong. Having in mind our lack of manpower and amount of money, I will go ahead and recruit not even a free company, but a grand company that's 25,000 troops and 2,000 cannons included. Zlewikk is probably doing a massive mistake here. I probably shouldn't use transport ships in this battle, but I don't have enough ships. With this terrible mistake standing next to Neva, I should punish them hard. But honestly thought I'm gonna punish them harder. These guys will arrive here on the 29th. Okay, good. They've lost 6 ships, I've lost 1. Another battle, this time this is bigger, and the moment I've lost first ships, I'm running away with everything. Okay, they've lost 2, I've lost 1. Another advantage that they have here is that they often don't go back to the port. Which means I'm fixing my ships, they do not. So after multiple of battles like this, I should destroy them. Maybe you don't have many successes on the sea, but on the land on the other hand, yeah, it's a bit more successful. Tier 6 is really nice for republics, because for every advisor level you have 0.02 yearly Republican tradition. You can't seize land, so that's a big disadvantage, but also advisors or the rules catchers are cheaper. So drive more Republican tradition, you drive more mana thanks to cheaper advisors. The biggest disadvantage is the East States land, but I think I'm not taking it yet. We gotta get the land a bit higher before I do that. So in the meantime, we could go for this. So calling a diet no longer increases influence. Elections influence the states, and calling a diet increases Republican tradition by 2. It's minus 25 max absolutism, but at this point we don't care about max absolutism. Thing else, if I want to start winning the naval battles, I need a better admiral, but for that I don't have the diplo points, because obviously we are finishing our trade ideas. Well, you know what? Let's try and away fighting. How about this Zlewikk stack? Just the time to pass over here is so huge. These guys always catch me. Let's try anyway. Okay, there we go. I believe Sweden will reinforce us quickly. But I could snipe a ship or 2, yeah, before they reinforce. And now we can fight until we see that one of our ships is close to be dead. It's this one, it's 47. Did I just lose it? Or it retreated? I think it retreated, so it's good actually for us. Look, we're winning this naval battle. No problemo. Okay, now we started losing. They've lost 8 ships. Told ya! They already lost 19 in total versus our 11. You know what I want to do when I'm piecing up Zlewikk? Try taking maybe straight power of some nations like Hamburg and Bremen. You know why? This will get these 2 countries out of the trade league of Zlewikk. So potentially, I could invite these countries to my own trade league. We just need more war score for that. So Mr. Zlewikk, please also give me some money on top of that. And let's see, Hamburg. I think this will work. Both Hamburg and Bremen. We just have to get out of war with Denmark. So this is all I need from... I could take a few more. Because, you know, I can't take Gotland. It's a fort. I cannot get on this fort. Yeah, let's get a bit more. Okay, Mr. Denmark, this is it. This is gonna be a glorious peace deal, guys. Look at these borders. I love them, and that's as told you, a mission. Protect the White Sea, which is 2 more countries and plenty of claims on provinces that I just took. So it's gonna be cheaper to core them. For conquering Finland, that's also more diplomatic relations, as well as claims on Stockholm, which I just got, so also cheaper calling. Gotland, Lund and Slien, so we gotta pump up our fleet if you want to remove them next time. Oh no, my beloved Poland! What is this Austria playing? Look. Does Teutonic Order have claims? We have potential claims on Austria, but I think I'd rather start with these boys. Can you imagine that? How, shouldn't be like something kind of a truce or anything? The moment I finished war, Hamburg and Bremen were already back to trade league of Zlewikk. It just doesn't make any sense. But if not them, then we've got Volgast. We've got Mecklenburg as well as Oldenburg. Last trade area is caravan power. It's another merchant, so this one will go to Astrakhan. And a policy, as we're talking, global trade power as well as goods products modifier. Let me just go and send the merchant to Astrakhan. We'll be checking our income after I accord the provinces, because this, keep in mind, if you go for example to Krakow, this overextension is decreasing our trade power by 54%. Yep, our income is up to 84 and I'm yet to do one more trick, which I'll do after forming Russia. So it's good to have Riga as subject. They already have colonialism, which is spreading to us fast, but it's spreading to provinces that are not stated. But I can fully state them immediately because I took them from subjects. Just didn't want to do that because of problems with gov capacity. Waiting for Tech 10 to happen and even more importantly colonialism to spread. I'll go ahead and attack Kazan. Extremely easy war of Kazan. That's 300 points to waste here, but worry not. As soon as I'm bringing institution, I'll be able to take it. I could take it already in January, but no need to overpay. Also, I know you guys. I know you're good enough. You were probably screaming, Zlewikk, why didn't you rush the gold mine earlier? I don't need it. Did you see my trade income? I don't need 5 income from mountain gold mine. Truce with Poland, Lithuania and that. How's my AE in Europe? It's nothing. I'm gonna attack them separately because they lost the alliance. And just question is, I might want to form Russia. So I think I could get some perma claims around here. So let's wait for that. Institution cost only 1.6 thousand ducats, so tick. Enough. Embrace the institution. Take this to be up to date. Take this to unlock the new idea group. Which is gonna be... I think I'll go for admin. For just easier expansion. But also for a very good policy for trade divisions. In the meantime, this is time. Unfortunate, but yeah, I prefer Russian ideas over Novgorod ones, so yes, please. And now we have to retake the bonuses for boyars for the subjects, because they are cancelled once you form a new nation, so just retake this tool. I could go for early serfdom, by the way, but let's leave that for later, because what kind of missions you can take? Fund the Great Vesh. So that's gonna give us for 20 years. Monthly autonomy change, monthly support for all of the Gov guys, and monthly modernization. Remember, modernization is a new mechanic, which we're losing by the way. It's a new mechanic that at maximum gives you institution embracement cost. And also, I think you could go western, right? I don't remember how it worked, honestly. Appease the Patriarchate, it's Yellow Republican tradition, Patriarch's loyalty and Patriarch's max privileges, as well as consecrating his 10 tax meta. Well, I could move my capital to St. Petersburg, but, well, I should probably first do that. It's 1000 ducats. Do this. Proclaim the imperial title. That's for the modernization, see? And we gotta go and probably develop with mill points a little bit. Some of you like the thing, some of you think it's boring, so I'm just gonna show you a little bit of this. Yes, a bit. Do not hit the points cap. Let's just take a month tick and get this loans going. Then I will move my trade node to Danzig, which is obviously the Baltics. That's why I first wanted to move the capital to St. Petersburg, then move the trade node, because moving capital also moves the trade node. And now we gotta try. Well, with core ongoing, probably I should keep my merchant in Novgorod as well, instead of Baltic Sea. Baltic Sea won't be strong enough right now. We should add these guys to the state to get them to level 2. I just don't have money. Money is fine. Do this and this. And then we gotta go and use our increased gov capacity a bit. Remember, we are not Tsardom. We are Great Vesh Republic, which is 20% maximum power, 350 gov capacity, Streltsy force limit, which is already at level 44. Yeah, I should have all of my infantry of Streltsy, 111,000 maximum power. and plenty of provinces that are not inside states and should be added there. Let me go ahead and do that. Next step is to decrease autonomy there. So first of all, let's choose this guy to stop rebels, this guy to reduce autonomy. On top of that, I will reduce it manually, because why not? We can afford it. Corfu? Ah, Defender of Faith. Oh, fuck's sake. Freaking Ottomans. I don't want to fight Ottomans at this point, guys. I'm not ready, but I'll join it. I don't think they see much of us anyway. I'm going to show you 123,000 maximum power right now after these changes. 124,000, 96 of income, and the most important part. Now the question is, no, I can't do it, right? Yeah. The most important part of me moving my main node to Baltic Sea is that I'm completely stupid, because I should have moved my capital there instead, because I want to create trade companies in Eastern Europe, which I can't do with capital in St. Petersburg. That was the main goal. And you know, just use the eastern provinces as a trade companies, not all of them, but a big chunk of them, to get additional merchants and most importantly, goods plus modifiers in the provinces. But well, yeah, we'll have to kick Ottomans' ass to achieve that. And that will, guys, happen in the next episode of this series. I absolutely want to continue that. Let's just take a look at the Russian ideas. Cooperation cost, maximum power, AE impact, automatically discover provinces, artillery cost, artillery compatibility, force limit, yearly corruption, advisor cost, yearly army tradition, morale of armies, fire damage received, and yearly republican tradition. Now I can also start sending the Siberian frontier, which obviously takes diplo points, and we're gonna go and expand east, while also conquering Europe and creating our gigantic trade empire with hundreds of income, not just 100. For today, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you do want me to continue this campaign, remember to leave a like on this video, and I'm gonna see you very soon. Bye!